You ever stand at a famous landmark surrounded by 1,000 phones in the air and think, okay, what am I not seeing? Because the juiciest travel secrets aren't always in a museum label or a TikTok caption. Sometimes the real story is literally under your shoes, quiet, hidden, and pretending to be just the floor. Today we're going underground. Secret rooms, tunnels, buried streets, and whole underworlds beneath tourist attractions that look totally ordinary above ground. I'm saving one for the end because it's a real underground city built for survival. Like, humans are wild levels of resourceful. And after one, I've got a bonus underground city that's basically a winter travel cheat code for anyone who hates freezing for fun. And please don't treat this like a speed run. These places hit harder when you let your imagination walk a little slower than your feet. Mini challenge while you watch. Pick one place you'd actually explore, then comment it with your deal breaker. Tight spaces, darkness, or getting lost. And if you learn one detail you've never heard before, tap like right then. Your like is basically a little note to YouTube that says, more of this, please. Welcome back to Carly Meanders, where we slow down in famous places and hunt for the stories that don't always make the brochure. Hi, I'm Carly, and if you're new to my channel, kindly hit the subscribe button so I can make more videos like these. Travel secrets, hidden history, and weird little details. Quick safety note, bestie to bestie. We're appreciating the hidden stuff through official tours and open areas only. We're here for wow, not for trespassing charges, missing staircases, or becoming a cautionary headline. Okay, here's how this countdown works. I'll give you the hidden underground story, the vibe, and the one detail you'll remember later. Then you tell me in the comments which one you'd do first, because I want to see if we're the same kind of curious. Alright, lower your shoulders, imagine your phone is fully charged, let's go underground. Number 8. Churchill War Rooms in London, because sometimes the underground world is where history was steered in silence. This bunker was designed to be discreet, because secrecy wasn't a vibe, it was survival, especially during the Blitz. I love that it's hidden in the most obvious place, the heart of London, where you'd least expect a quiet war happening below. Above ground, it's Westminster. Busy streets, serious buildings, and tourists pretending they understand British politics. Below ground, it's a preserved wartime bunker where operations were coordinated during World War II. Tight corridors, small rooms, big decisions. The map room is the detail that always gets me. It was staffed day and night throughout the war, tracking events like an analog command center. And the way it was left is chilling. When the war ended, the lights were simply turned off, and the staff left in a hurry. Micro moment. You know how your voice automatically drops in a library? This place does that to you without asking. Comment check in. Are you give me intense history or I need my museums emotionally lighter? Number 7, Seattle Underground. Because Seattle basically rebuilt itself on top of itself and left the older layer behind. What's trippy is realizing the basement you're in used to be the ground floor, like the city simply shrugged and moved the world upward. After the Great Seattle Fire of 1889, parts of the city were regraded, and streets were raised 1 to 2 stories higher in places. So what used to be street level, sidewalks, storefronts, basements, became the underground network in Pioneer Square. Today, guided tours take you under modern streets to see that older city layer, like you've slipped into a hidden chapter. The practical reason is almost funny. Raising streets helped with drainage and flooding issues, so the underground is basically infrastructure side effects. Tiny human moment. Imagine owning a shop and waking up to find your front door is now a staircase down. Quick vote. Would you explore this with a group, or are you a solo flashlight person? Comment group or solo. Number 6. The Edinburgh Vaults. Hidden chambers beneath the South Bridge that feel like the city swallowed a whole era. You can almost feel the architecture doing its job. Massive stone, repeating arches, and that sense of being held up by the city itself. These vaults sit in the bridge arches beneath Edinburgh's old town, built in the 18th century, and they've got that damp stone, low-light atmosphere. And because it's underground, every sound feels sharper. Footsteps, a laugh, a whisper, like the walls are keeping receipts. Official tours, like the Blair Street Underground Vaults, walk you through what started as practical spaces and later carried darker social history. What's eerie isn't ghosts, honestly. It's how quickly a place can shift from storage and work to hardship and survival. Cinematic breath moment. Above ground Edinburgh is all storybook streets. Below ground, it's the unglamorous truth hiding under the postcard. If you've been, tell me, did it feel spooky or did it feel more like a history lesson with goosebumps? Okay, next one is a pure movie set, but it's real and it's been down there for nearly 1,500 years. Number 5. The Basilica Sistine in Istanbul, an underground water palace built by Eastern Roman Emperor Justinian I. It was built to store water for the city, which is honestly such a flex. Even ancient cities had to think about logistics. You descend steps into a forest of columns, and the light hits the water, and suddenly everyone starts whispering like they entered a cathedral. The vibe is part ancient engineering, part cinematic set, like you're in a scene that's about to reveal a secret door. And yes, the Medusa head column bases are there, the kind of detail that makes you stare way longer than you meant to. Here's a modern twist. After an extensive restoration, the Sistine reopened to visitors on July 22, 2022, which is why it feels so crisp and museum-ready. Pattern interrupt. If you ever wanted to feel like you've stepped into a myth, this is your sign. Just remember, it's also a real piece of engineering. If that gave you goosebumps, tap like right now. I swear likes work like magic in the algorithm basement. Number 4. Wieliczka salt mine in Poland, an underground world where people carved beauty out of salt. UNESCO describes the Wieliczka and Bochnia royal salt mines as showcasing mining development from the 13th to the 20th centuries, with underground chapels and statues sculpted in salt. UNESCO also notes the mines have hundreds of kilometers of galleries, so it's not one tunnel, it's an underground universe. So you're not just going underground, you're walking through centuries of human effort, craft, and stubborn creativity in the dark. The showstopper is St. Kinga's Chapel, where salt chandeliers and salt carvings make your brain repeat, wait, this is salt? This is one of those places where you stop thinking tourist attraction and start thinking, wow, people live their whole working lives down here. Micro moment. I would absolutely be the person whispering, how did they do this? Every 8 seconds, until my friend tells me to breathe. Mid-roll moment, right here. If you love travel stories with hidden layers like this, subscribe, so I can keep making videos that surprise you. Okay, we're leaving beautiful underground and heading into functional underground, the kind cities relied on when things got rough. Number 3, underground Naples, because Naples has a whole second city beneath the first one. If you love cities with layers, Naples is basically the poster child. Greek, Roman, medieval, modern, all stacked like lasagna. Down here, you're seeing the bones of how a city functioned. Water systems, cisterns, passages, practical, essential, and quietly dramatic. The official underground Naples route describes a 40-meter deep journey through tunnels and cisterns, across a historical path about 400 years long. That means Greek and Roman infrastructure, carved into tough stone, later reused and reimagined as the city changed above it. And during World War II, parts of these underground spaces were used as air raid shelters. So the underground isn't just old, it's lived in history. Relatable micro moment. I would be clutching the handrail thinking, okay, I love history, but I also love not getting lost forever. Comment map if you'd need a map every 5 steps, because same. No shame in being directionally humble. Number 2, Cu Chi tunnels in Vietnam, an underground network built for resistance, survival, and strategy. This isn't the kind of underground site you visit for thrills. It's a place you visit to understand how people adapted under impossible pressure. Vietnam's tourism authority describes the Cu Chi tunnels as a network of underground defense tunnels built by locals and resistance forces from 1946 to 1968. They weren't just passages, they supported hiding, movement, supply routes, and day-to-day survival under constant threat. Even on a tourist route, it can be confronting in the best way. It forces you to slow down and feel the reality behind the history. Today, parts are adapted for visitors, and the experience hits different because you're not just looking at history, you're feeling how tight and real it was. Cinematic breath moment. Imagine the silence underground while the outside world is chaos above you. That's not touristy, that's human endurance. If you made it here, type respect in the comments. It's simple, it boosts the video, and it honors the story. Okay, we've reached 1. And this one is the definition of underground world. Not a tunnel, not a bunker, a whole city. Number 1. Derinkuyu Underground City in Cappadocia, Turkey. An actual underground city carved into soft rock as a defense and hiding site. It's often described as reaching about 85 meters deep. So yes, your legs will remember this day. Turkey's Ministry of Culture and Tourism describes rooms along narrow passages, ventilation stacks, a chapel, and a well, meaning it was designed to function, not just to hide. Your brain starts noticing the system thinking: airflow, water access, movement control, and the ability to seal sections when danger was near. And the idea that it was expanded and used as a refuge across different periods makes it even wilder. This took planning, not luck. And that's what humbles me. Ancient people didn't just survive. They engineered survival with the tools and rock they had. Open loop payoff. Remember how I promised a bonus that feels like a cheat code? This is where we switch from ancient survival to modern comfort genius. Bonus, Montreal's underground pedestrian network, often nicknamed the Underground City, also called the Réseau. According to Tourism Montreal, the network began in 1962 with Place Ville-Marie and expanded fast, becoming a true winter smart way to move around downtown. Tourism Montreal describes it as a vast network beneath downtown spanning 32 kilometers, connecting metro lines, trains, buses, and major destinations. It's basically a city that said, winter? Not today. You can eat, shop, commute, and wander without battling wind, snow, or frozen eyelashes. Micro moment, if I lived there, I'd accidentally spend 3 hours underground and resurface like a confused mole person holding a pastry. All right, mini challenge results time. Which one would you explore first? Derinkuyu, Kuchi, Naples, the salt mine, or the Basilica Cistern? Drop your pick in the comments with your deal breaker, tight spaces, darkness, or getting lost. I read them, and I'm nosy in a friendly way. If you enjoyed this episode, hit like. It helps this channel find other curious travelers who love the one more secret energy. And subscribe if you want more videos like these, because next up we're doing tourist spots with secret rituals and good luck traditions locals still do. Some are sweet, some are hilarious, and one is so oddly specific you'll want to try it immediately. And if you want to be extra helpful, share this video with your most curious friend, the one who always says, "Wait, tell me more." Wander, explore, discover, and I'll see you in the next one.